Most developers are using AI assistants all wrong. They treat it like a glorified autocomplete, a way to write a loop faster. But the industry's elite architects, they've moved beyond the plugin. They aren't just generating lines of code, they're using AI to map out entire scalable infrastructures. I've spent years analyzing the workflows of senior engineers at FAANG and high-growth startups. I've seen the difference between a code base that scales and one that becomes a technical debt nightmare within 6 months, because the developer relied too heavily on ghost text suggestions. Today, we're settling the debate, Cursor versus GitHub Copilot. But we aren't talking about which one has a prettier UI or faster latency. We're diving into the exact system senior architects used to leverage LLMs for high-level design, code-base indexing, and avoiding the AI-generated spaghetti trap. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which tool to integrate into your stack to build faster, without sacrificing your system's integrity. Most developers are using AI all wrong. They treat it like a super-powered autocomplete, a way to avoid typing boilerplate. But here is the danger. When you rely on snippet-based AI, you aren't building a system. You're stitching together fragments. It feels like you're moving 10x faster. Until you aren't. Suddenly, you're staring at a codebase that looks correct on the surface, but is structurally hollow. This is AI-generated technical debt. It's the silent killer of scalable projects. You have functions that work in isolation, but they don't respect your global architecture. They ignore your design patterns. They introduce subtle hallucinations that pass CI/CD but crash in production under load. The friction starts here, the context gap. You spend more time correcting the AI's lack of project awareness than you would have spent writing the code yourself. For a junior, this is a productivity boost. For a senior architect, it's a liability. Because at the senior level, the cost of a wrong abstraction is 1,000 times higher than the cost of typing a few lines of code. You don't need more code. You need better structure. Most developers use AI as a faster typewriter. They want the function finished so they can move to the next ticket. But senior architects, they don't care about typing speed. They care about system integrity. To a senior engineer, the goal isn't writing code. It's managing complexity. This is where the divide between GitHub Copilot and Cursor becomes massive. Copilot is a powerful plugin. It lives inside your IDE. It's incredible for autocomplete and boilerplate. But it's fundamentally a local thinker. It sees the file you're in and maybe a few open tabs. Cursor is different. It's an AI-native fork of V's code. Because the AI is baked into the core, it doesn't just see your current line. It indexes your entire code base. Here is the exact workflow senior architects use to build complex systems without creating a technical debt nightmare. First, contextual mapping. Instead of asking, write a function to handle payments, an architect asks, based on our existing service layer and database schema, where is the most decoupled place to implement a new payment gateway? By referencing the entire codebase, the AI identifies existing patterns. It ensures the new code follows the project's specific design philosophy, not just some generic tutorial from the internet. Second, the reviewer loop. AI is a hallucination machine. If you just hit tab, you're importing technical debt. Architects use a dual prompt system. They use one prompt to generate the logic and a second, separate prompt to audit it. They ask, analyze this generated code for potential race conditions, memory leaks, or violations of the single responsibility principle. This turns the AI from a coder into a peer reviewer. Third, structural refactoring. Copilot is great for adding features. Cursor is better for changing the foundation. When you need to migrate from a monolith to microservices or shift from REST to GraphQL, you can't do that file by file. You need a global view. Architects use AI to map the dependency graph first. They identify the seams in the code where the system can be split without breaking everything. Bottom line, Copilot is for the how. Cursor is for the where and the why. Now, the real question: which tool actually delivers these architectural results? If you want the deep codebase indexing and the composer workflow I just showed you, Cursor is the clear winner for senior-level orchestration. But if you're deep in the GitHub ecosystem and need seamless enterprise integration, Copilot remains the gold standard. The result: you stop fighting the IDE and start directing the architecture. We're talking about a 40% increase in prototyping speed without the AI spaghetti code that usually creates massive technical debt. I've put the best links for Cursor, Copilot, and Tabnine in the description below. Use those to start building your own AI-driven workflow. If this high-level approach to AI is what you've been looking for, hit that subscribe button. Stop coding like a junior. Start architecting like a lead. See you in the next one.